Hey guys, Mark here with Mark's OCL Trains with another short video on a recent item I brought into the collection for the layout. You're probably somewhat familiar with this. This has been out for a while. There are several reviews online, so I'll avoid boring anybody with reviews. This is kind of a proven track cleaning device. This is from CMX. It's called the CMX Clean Machine. It's a solid brass, heavy duty, 3-rail cleaning tank car. And one of the reasons I brought this into the layout, and I've been meaning to do this as well for quite some time, is I have some areas that I just can't really get to, and I've got some tunnels that I need to keep clean, and there's no way for me to get into tunnels other than a car like this. This weighs in at about 2 pounds 11 ounces unfilled, and it has some great weight to it. The cleaning pads, they give you enough cleaning pads for quite some time, and you can use several different types of solvents in here of your choice to clean and keep your rails pretty nice and clean and functioning well. I ended up getting this from Tony's Train Exchange at $299.95. Well worth it. I've used other manufacturers out there that some of them were brass and they had a little roller insert in it. It just did not do the job that I needed it to do. This here is doing a great job. It's going to work out well. I'll have this probably for the duration of my railroad, and I definitely recommend picking one up if you have the coin to spend on it. It's definitely worthwhile to keep the track clean. It is heavy, like I mentioned, 2 pounds 11 ounces with no solvent in there, so you need a decent engine or two to pull or push it around the track, but definitely something that you can use a few times a year and keep your track nice and clean, or as often as you'd like to. But the construction of this is heavy duty. It has Atlas trucks and couplers, and I'm pretty pleased with this, and the quality is outstanding. So it's it's worth the $300 that you're going to invest in something like this to keep your rails clean. But if you're looking for reviews, several people have reviewed the tank cars online. I just figured I'd share with you something that I brought into the layout, and we'll have this for years. So check it out. Tony's Train Exchange is where I've got mine from, and maybe you'll bring one into your layout. And that's it. So take care, and we'll see you at the next video. All right, so I figured I'd add a little bit more information to this video before I went ahead and posted it. This tank car, it works very well for cleaning your track, but I do want to point out that if you do have a heavily soiled track, nothing's going to beat elbow grease to get a lot of those particles that are on the track off. Running this car around on its own, even with its weight and its scrubbing type action, some of those marks you have on your track and your center rail, you're not going to get it off unless you actually use some elbow grease to get that off. This is a great car for maintaining a relatively taken care of layout. If I said that correctly, because you want to make sure that you do use this and you're able to remove all those contaminants while this tank car is running around the track. And with that said, what I use to clean my track is acetone. Now, acetone is a pretty tough chemical. It dissolves almost every plastic it comes into contact with, so you have to be pretty careful with that. The switches I use are Ross switches, and they have Delrin plastic pieces in the center of the switches in the frogs that are on there. And acetone is actually kind of friendly for that, so it doesn't disrupt any of my track. And I have it coming out of the tank car, the fluid coming out of the tank car. About every 4 seconds, you'll get a drop. So if you count that, it should be right about every 4 seconds. Let's just make sure. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Yeah, so right about that. And that seems to actually be pretty good. Sometimes I put a little bit more. Maybe I'll squeeze out 5 drops. But that is what I'll use to clean the track. But I figured I would share that before I posted the video. Also on the top, as it points out in the manual, I just barely tighten that when once I fill it. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe you'll pick one of these up, because it's definitely does a good job on the track.